All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. So the Nuggets going to run a cross screen. This is so basic right here, okay? Look at this. There's your cross screen right there. This player here whose man is setting this cross screen has to jam this Nuggets player coming through this screen so that this player right here can just meet him on the other side. But when you don't jam the player coming through the cross screen, this is going to happen every single time. Layup, 2 points. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run this down screen. The Nuggets are not going to defend how they're supposed to, okay? This player for Denver is going to initially try and go off the gut when he should just be chasing off this Pistons player's hip the entire time. So because of that, Tony Snell's going to be able to get it and go right into the lane. Now, when Tony Snell gets into the lane here, you can see Nikola Jokic stepping up in backside help right here. John Henson cannot be just standing right here at the nail, okay? Right now, when Tony Snell's diving to get into the lane, John Henson's got to go, okay? And cut. Because look at the difference here, okay? Now when Tony Snell drops it to John Henson, look, see how John Henson doesn't cut? So now Nikola Jokic is able to help and recover. If John Henson's doing what he's supposed to be doing right here, which is right now, just go. Start cutting. Don't be standing, okay? Now he's getting it right here, and it's a layup. But instead, look at how nonchalant he is about his cut. So now look, now Nikola Jokic is able to help, recover, and now the Pistons turn it over. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. So the Nuggets are going to run this ball screen. The Pistons are going to switch, but they don't switch it how you're supposed to. Look at this right here. See how Tony Snell is switching over the top? Let's back it up right here, okay? Look at this. If you're switching this ball screen right now, there's your screen. Immediately I'm underneath this player here for Denver who's screening me, okay? Because now look what's going to happen here. See how he switches over the top? So now look, when you switch over the top, now Jamal Murray's behind you, and he's just going to cut and get right into the lane for an easy layup for Denver. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here, and we just got a botched switch right here. Look at this. Jamal Murray's going to set this ball screen right here. Derrick Rose, if he wants to switch this ball screen, has to communicate this, okay? He has to yell out, switch, switch, switch. And then immediately he takes the player coming off this ball screen, and Christian Wood takes the screener, Jamal Murray. Okay, and if Derrick Rose is calling out a switch, then Christian Wood can't be trying to get underneath this ball screen, okay? Because if Derrick Rose is calling out switch, that means he's taking this ball handler coming off this ball screen, okay? And if you try and go underneath, then we're going to have two guys going towards the basketball. So Christian Wood then has to immediately take the screener. He can't try and go underneath. And I don't know what happens here because I can't hear, but something didn't happen right of those two things because we got two players going towards the basketball, and so now when Jamal Murray pops to the three-point line, it's going to be a wide-open catch-and-shoot three. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run this ball screen that the Nuggets are going to hedge. So when Derrick Rose swings this ball to the corner right here, John Henson has to seal his man. Look at this right here. You got to get right into his jersey and seal him off. Let's back it up here. You can always get a post seal out of this because look, John Henson's man is going to go hedge. Okay? When the ball gets swung to Svi Mikhailuk, then his man is going to recover back onto John Henson. So on that recovery, you got to seal your man in the post. Look at this. Why is John Henson just standing, posting up air? Get right into your man's jersey, seal him off, and then we're going right down low to you for an easy two. But John Henson doesn't seal his man in the post on that recovery, so now Svi Mikhailuk doesn't have that option. He's going to end up kicking it to the corner, and the Pistons brick a contested three and don't score. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons have all sorts of options on this empty side ball screen. The Nuggets are going to be in this drop coverage here where they drop the big and they fight over the top. Okay, so Derrick Rose has to know as soon as this big commits towards the ball, Christian Wood on this roll is going to be wide open. And look at this. Look how Paul Millsap commits towards the ball right here. So you got to get this pass over here. This play's wide open. Okay, throw this lob to Christian Wood. Okay, now the other option is on Derrick Rose's drive here, Nikola Jokic is going to step up. When Nikola Jokic steps up here, look at this. Why is John Henson standing here? Right here, dive to this open space. So again, now we can throw you a lob right here. But again, John Henson just stands right here and doesn't dive to this open space at all. So now the Pistons end up getting nothing because it's going to be a deflection and eventually a turnover. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. So the Nuggets are going to run this ball screen. Here comes another botched switch. What is happening here? Again, communicate. Christian Wood right here needs to be yelling out, switch, switch, switch. And then he goes towards the ball, and Derrick Rose goes towards the screener. Okay? And if Christian Wood does yell out switch, Derrick Rose cannot be only switching if he can't get underneath this ball screen. You have to immediately switch onto the screener, and Christian Wood takes the player coming off this ball screen. But again, I can't hear, but something goes wrong of those two things, because look, we got two players going towards the ball for absolutely no reason. So now the ball gets swung here, and now you know someone's going to be wide open. And it ends up being Jamal Murray, who ends up being wide open for three. And you get lucky he misses, but that's bad defense. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons run this ball screen that the Nuggets ice. Now, Tony Snell does a great job passing through here to Christian Wood. Now, Christian Wood's going to end up making this short jump shot right here, but we want to look at the options on the weak side of the floor. John Henson right here, whose man is going to step up in this backside help area, John Henson needs to cut here because we need to have the option to either hit him right here for a layup, or if this defender goes with him there and gets on his inside hip, then this player in the corner is wide open for a catch-and-shoot three. Now, again, John Henson doesn't cut here, but it doesn't matter because Christian Wood makes the short jump shot, but we want to look at having these options on the weak side of the floor. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here, and this is one of the many reasons why drop coverage is such a bad ball screen defense. Look at this. The Pistons drop the big, and they fight over the top of this Nuggets ball screen. So right here, Jamal Murray's going to drag this big this way, and on Nikola Jokic's roll, look at how low he gets before there's any type of defense whatsoever. Look at this. They're going to hit Nikola Jokic here. Look at this. He doesn't even get hit with a defender until he's at almost the charge circle. So with this being Nikola Jokic, this is obviously going to be an easy two. So get out of this drop coverage. It's such a bad ball screen defensive scheme. Get this big up. Now you can have backside help right here on Nikola Jokic's roll. This player for the Pistons is able to occupy both Nuggets players 2 passes away, okay? And if a skip pass gets made over here, this player just rotates over there, and the man that goes in backside help then X's out and rotates over here. And now you're not allowing Nikola Jokic to catch this ball in almost the charge circle before anyone meets him defensively like this, where you're just going to be obviously giving up easy baskets. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run again an empty side ball screen that the Nuggets hedge. So the Nuggets are hedging this ball screen. They have no backside help here on John Henson's roll. You have got to make this pass to John Henson right here, okay? Because what's that going to do? It's going to force backside help then to have to step up, and Christian Wood now is wide open for a catch-and-shoot three. Or what I would prefer is that Christian Wood cuts, and when this backside help steps up, we're just dropping it to Christian Wood for a dunk. But Svi Mykhailiuk isn't going to make this pass through to John Henson for I don't know what reason. And now look, now you allow the Nuggets defense to reset, and the Pistons have to reset their offense now. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons run this ball screen that the Nuggets hedge. So when the Pistons pass through here, we need cutters. Look, we have 2 different players for Denver in backside help. Both of the players they're defending need to cut. This player for Detroit and this player for Detroit. Because now we're either hitting this player for a wide open 2 or that player for a wide open 2. But we end up with the wrong player cutting. This player for Detroit cuts. His man is in backside help, as you can see. So now when he cuts, he's just bringing his man with him. Look at this. See how he's cutting? And now look, he's just bringing his man with him. Back it up here. See, when this player steps up in backside help right here, this player for Detroit should be cutting so we can hit him for a wide open 2. And then when this player steps up in backside help, this player should be cutting so we have the option to hit him for a wide open 2 either. We have 2 different options, but neither of them cut. We have the wrong player cutting, so now John Henson's just going to have to go up for a contested 2 that gets deflected, and now the Pistons don't score. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. This is very basic. Look at Derrick Rose right here. Look at his eyes. He's going to be looking at the basketball for too long. You have to be seeing ball and man. You cannot be taking your eye off of either for more than a second. And Derrick Rose is going to be staring at the ball and not seeing his man. Okay, he's going to be looking at the ball for more than 1 second because look at this. His man is going to go back door and Derrick Rose is going to have no idea because he's staring at the ball and it's going to lead to a layup for Denver. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. So the Nuggets are going to throw the ball into the post to Nikola Jokic right here. So right here, 1, John Henson cannot be allowing Nikola Jokic to go towards this part of the floor. The post dig or the post help is going to be coming from the middle part of the floor. Okay? But right here, watch. Nikola Jokic is going to put the ball on the deck. 1, 2. Right here, you have a great opportunity, Christian Wood, to dig in the post right here. Get that dribble picked up. Don't allow Nikola Jokic to continue to back down John Henson. Just quickly dig, and then you recover back out to the three-point line. But so Christian Wood's going to miss that opportunity. The other option you have is to full-on double. Christian Wood then can double. Okay, this player rotates here, this player rotates here, and if the ball gets skipped all the way over here, then this player rotates up, and then Christian Wood goes from doubling to helping onto the corner. But there's no post dig. John Henson allows his man to spin this way where there's no possible help or post dig at all, and so Nikola Jokic is just going to back him right down and have a very easy 2 points. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run a high dribble handoff right here that the Nuggets hedge. Okay, so when you run a high dribble handoff, there's no way you can hit the roll because you're rolling right into the backside help here. Okay, so this player here whose man is in backside help has to drag along the perimeter, and this is where the ball has to go from the ball handler coming off the dribble handoff, okay? And this is either a catch-and-shoot 3, okay, or that now gets rid of this backside help, and then John Henson's roll then becomes open. Now we want to make sure he seals off this backside defender right here, and you go right down low for an easy 2 off that drag. But again, there's no way you're going to be able to hit this roll man right here because, again, he's rolling right into the backside help because of the way you have the floor space. And you can see they don't hit the drag, they try and hit the roll, and it's a deflection and a turnover. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons run a stagger screen right here that the Nuggets don't defend how you're supposed to, okay? This is not how it's supposed to look off a stagger screen. Let's back it up. On this second down screen right here, Nikola Jokic has got to be showing. He's got to get attached to his man and show. So this player for the Pistons can't curl. He has to go out. And see, it's going to give this player here time to get on the other side of this down screen. But because Nikola Jokic doesn't show, this player for the Pistons is able to curl. So now this defender for Denver is behind that man curling. So right here, look at this. Because Denver defends this stagger screen so poorly, this defender for Denver is going to have to step in all the way over in the gaps here. When that happens, Brandon Knight has got to see that. Okay, you got to see that this player here is curling off this stagger screen, and he's got to cut. So look at this. This player steps in all the way over here. Brandon Knight should be gone. So now we're just giving it to him right here, and you're either getting into the lane for an easy 2, or you're drawing this help defender, and now Tony Snell's wide open for catch-and-shoot 3, or this player for Denver has to step over, and this player for Detroit is wide open for a catch-and-shoot 3. But Brandon Knight doesn't cut off of that. He just stands. So now you let that player for Denver help and recover, and now they have to reset their offense. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So Brandon Knight just needs to relax here. Look at this. Look how he's already coming off this ball screen before John Henson sets any type of screen whatsoever and becomes stationary. Look at this. Just wait. Relax. Let John Henson become set and set this screen. You can see the Nuggets are going to be in drop coverage here, where they drop the big and they fight over the top. So let John Henson actually become stationary and set this screen so this player for Denver has to fight over the top of something. Okay, then you create a numbers advantage. If this player has to then fight over the top of the screen, then you create a numbers advantage with Brandon Knight and John Henson, and you create a little mini 2-on-1 right here. And then if backside help steps up on John Henson's roll, then this drags open for a catch-and-shoot 3. Okay, but look at this player for Denver doesn't have to fight over the top of any screen because Brandon Knight doesn't allow John Henson to screen that player for Denver. So now the Nuggets are able to just play everyone straight up one-on-one. You're going to see Christian Wood's going to attack the basket, miss a contested layup, and the Pistons end up getting nothing out of this. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run this empty side ball screen that the Nuggets are going to switch, but they're not going to switch it the right way. See how this player for Denver switches over the top? Now, the problem is this player here is going to be trying to make this pass. You can't try and make this pass right here, okay? You got traffic all the way over here. This player for Denver is still with Christian Wood rolling, and then you have Nikola Jokic here stepping up in this backside help. The pass needs to be made over here to Brandon Knight because that does a few things. One, that forces Nikola Jokic to have to retreat back, and that doesn't allow him to be able to stay in backside help, or if he doesn't retreat back, then we can just swing to the corner right here for an open catch-and-shoot 3. And then 2 is Christian Wood now can set up. He can roll here now, okay? And now we have that mismatch, and he can seal this man in the post right here. This is the angle we want to get the ball into the post on that mismatch there. But you can see this player for Detroit's going to try and make this pass, and that's an impossible pass to make, and the ball gets deflected, and now we lose that mismatch opportunity. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. This is really basic. Denver's going to set a down screen right here. Look at this player for Detroit. You never go up the gut of a down screen. You just chase. Okay, down screen gets set. You chase off his hip this way. Okay, look at how this player for Detroit's going to try and go up the gut. Okay, when you go up the gut, now you're just going to be giving up open catch and shoot threes that way, which Denver gets. Now this player misses, but that's bad defense by Detroit. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to set this ball screen. Now, Brandon Knight's going to make a nice pass through, but let's take a look at why I would rather this player in the corner cut than just stand, okay? You can see this player for Denver is clearly stepping up in backside help. This player should be going with him and cutting, because now look, now when Christian Wood puts the ball on the floor, look, this pass right here is now wide open for an easy layup, okay? Or if on this player's cut, this defender then sinks down with them, then you occupy that defender, and then this player's wide open for a catch-and-shoot three. So you're just giving us options. The option either for a layup, or if this defender sinks down, the three-point line's still wide open. Now right here, we have a catch-and-shoot three. But when you just stand at the perimeter, now you give this player the option to be able to help, and then rotate back. So now the Pistons get nothing open. They're just going one-on-one, and then Thon Maker's going to brick a contested hook shot, and the Pistons get nothing now. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to switch this ball screen right here. So now Brandon Knight's going to take Jeremy Grant right here. Now you're going to see he's going to front him in the post right here, okay, and Thon Maker's going to do a nice job of having backside help when he fronts him in the post. But when the ball gets swung here, look at this. I don't know what happens because I can't hear, but I mean, there's a miscommunication here. I mean, if Brandon Knight now wants to switch on to Plumlee and then wants Thon Maker to take Jeremy Grant here, okay, Brandon Knight has to communicate that. He has to say switch, 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 okay, and then you switch. And if Brandon Knight is communicating that, then Thon Maker, there can't be any hesitation or, you know, maybe I'll still take Plumlee. Like, no, you have to then take Jeremy Grant, and Brandon Knight has to take Plumlee no matter what, because you know Brandon Knight's going there. It's bang, bang. But look what happens here. Again, I don't know what happened, but one of those two things didn't happen because we got two guys going towards Plumlee right here. So now Jeremy Grant's going to be wide open to flash right here, and it's going to be a wide open jumper for him in Denver. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. So this is all about gap defense for Detroit. Okay, the ball's right here. This player here should already be in the gaps defensively. Half step in, back to the baseline. So when this player comes this way, you're just stunting and getting that dribble picked up, and you're able to recover back to the three-point line. But this player for Detroit is going to stunt at this drive too early. Look at this. Look how he stunts at this drive now. Like, this dribble hasn't been picked up. You've done nothing. Like right here, be in the gaps defensively, and when this player comes this way, you stunt right now, and then you recover to the three-point line. But look at this. He's going to stunt at this drive for Denver before this player has to pick up his dribble. That does nothing, and now he's able to split through with his dribble alive. See how he stunts too early? So now this dribble stays alive, and he's able to drive right to the rim for an easy two. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run this ball screen. Now Brandon Knight's going to make a nice pass here to Sekou Doumbouya. Okay? Now that's going to force backside help to have to step up on Doumbouya. Now you know that when this happens, so this player for Detroit's going to be wide open. Okay? So this, you know, this defender is going to be sinking down. You're going to be occupying this defender. This player here for Detroit, look at this. He has got to do a better job of sealing off this defender trying to sink down to take out that player wide open on that opposite block. You got to seal him off right here. So now when Doumbouya catches this here, he can just flip it right to you, and you're just going right up for a dunk. But look at this player for Detroit doesn't seal off this defender right here. So now it allows this defender to get on his inside hip and deflect this pass. So now we lose the opportunity to have an easy two. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run this ball screen here that the Nuggets are going to hedge. Now, right here, Derrick Rose has either got to be able to make this pocket pass through, okay, because that's going to create backside help right here on this player's roll right here. And then what? Then we want this cutter coming this way, and then it's short roll right to this cutter right here for an easy two. Or if this defender then sinks down on his cut, then we're right here for a catch-and-shoot three. Okay? Now, if Derrick Rose doesn't want to make that pocket pass through, he can't pull his dribble back here. As soon as he pulls his dribble back this way, this big is going to recover back on to that roll man, and we lose that numbers advantage. Derrick Rose has got to attack off this big's hip this way, so this big has to stay towards the basketball, and then he can make this pass through to this player rolling. Okay? But see, look at, he's not going to make this pocket pass now, and look how he pulls his dribble back. See how he pulls his dribble back? So now this big is able to recover back onto this player rolling for Detroit, and now we lose that numbers advantage, and we have to reset the offense now. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run this ball screen, and Derrick Rose is going to make this pocket pass through. So one right here, that's going to force backside help right here. Sekou Doumbouya cannot still be standing in the corner here. Look at this right here. You can see his man right here is getting ready to step up and backside help. Sekou Doumbouya should already be starting to creep up, because once his man commits to backside help, you've got to already be gone and in that dunker spot right here. See, look at this right here. Pass gets made. Look at how late he is to cut. See, when Thon Maker catches this ball right here, see how Sekou Doumbouya is still out here? No, he should be right here. Okay, so now we're just dropping this ball right off to you for a dunk. Okay, but he's late to cut, one. Okay, and then two, there's a second backside defender that steps up here. I'd really prefer if Svi Mikhailuk also was cutting, so we had the option to throw it there too for a dunk. But if Svi Mikhailuk does want to stand in the corner here, then Thon Maker's got to know that these backside defenders are coming off of other guys, so people are wide open. So either this player here is wide open for a dunk if Sekou Doumbouya cuts when he should be, okay, or Svi Mikhailuk, you know, is going to be open in the corner here because his man right here is stepping up and backside help. So again, it's got to just be catch, it's a short roll, catch, and to the corner then for an open catch and shoot three. But instead, Thon Maker's going to try and take a contested layup and brick it, and the Pistons don't score. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. This is the problem with drop coverage. The Nuggets are going to run this ball screen. The Pistons are going to drop the big, and Derrick Rose is going to try and fight over the top. He ends up going underneath, which you're not supposed to do when you run drop coverage. But either way, look at the problem here. Okay, you're just giving Jamal Murray the lane right here. Okay, and now once Thon Maker steps up, he's on an island. This is a 2-on-1 with Plumlee and Jamal Murray, the ball handler, coming off this ball screen. Derrick Rose is behind the play. And this backside defender really can't step up all the way, because then this kick out to the corner's wide open for a catch-and-shoot three. So you've put Thon Maker on an island in a 2-on-1, and what do you think's going to happen? It's going to be a lob dunk. So if you don't want to switch this ball screen, then get this big up and hedge. Stop Jamal Murray's dribble past the three-point line here. Now this backside defender can step up in this backside help more aggressively on Plumlee's roll. If the ball does get kicked all the way to the corner here with 4 different arms in his face, then Brandon Knight should be able to recover back out in plenty of time, so you're not giving up an open catch-and-shoot three, okay? And then keep in mind, the second Jamal Murray hesitates or picks up his dribble this way, this big can go from hedging to recovering back onto Plumlee, and then as soon as that happens, Brandon Knight, again, can leave that backside help area and recover to the corner, so you're not giving up anything open here. But when you just give Jamal Murray the lane like this and put Thon Maker in a 2-on-1 like this in drop coverage, that's going to happen more often than not. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here, and look at Svi Mikhailuk. This is not how you defend away from the ball like this. Look how he's got his back towards the sideline. No, his back should be towards the baseline, so you're in the gaps defensively. When this player comes this way, you're just stunting. All you're doing is stunting to get that dribble picked up. You're not gambling. You're not trying to get a steal. You're just stunting to get that dribble picked up and clog that driving lane up. And you have plenty of time if the ball gets kicked here to recover then on the air time of that pass. But one, Svi Mikhailuk has his back towards the sideline, and two, look how he gambles here. This is not stunting. Look how he's gambling right there. Now you're gambling. That's not stunting and recovering. That's gambling. And you're going to see Mikhailuk then gets called for a foul, and Denver now gets to take it out from that. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to set this down screen that Denver defends atrociously. This player for Denver is trying to go up the gut here. You just chase off his outside hip. See how when he goes up the gut, that's going to force Plumlee now to have to step up when Derrick Rose rips and goes that way. Okay, see, look at this. So right here, Christian Wood has got to roll harder here, okay? He has got to roll harder here and get to this spot here. So now when Derrick Rose comes off this way, he's just making this pass here, and we're forcing this backside defender then to have to step up. See, look at how nonchalant Christian Wood is when he rolls here. See how he should be, like right here, he should be rolling hard downhill. Get to this spot right around here. So now Derrick Rose can make this pass easily. See how nonchalant he is? He's out here. He should be right here. Okay? And now we can make this pass right here, and now that forces this backside defender then to have to step up. Now Sekou Doumbouya is just going to flash right here, and we go right from Christian Wood into a Sekou Doumbouya dunk. Or if this defender then goes with Sekou Doumbouya on his cut, now Svi Mikhailiuk is wide open for a catch-and-shoot three, and we go from Christian Wood here for a catch-and-shoot three. But because Christian Wood doesn't roll hard, now that makes this pass much more difficult to make, which Derrick Rose ends up not making. And look, now we lose this advantage altogether. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. This is just atrocious off-ball defense here by Svi Mikhailiuk. Watch Svi Mikhailiuk right here. Well, first of all, get beneath the three-point line. We want to be in the gaps defensively. You need to be beneath the three-point line. But two, what is Svi Mikhailiuk doing? This is not how you defend away from the ball. Look how he's got his back to the sideline. His back should be towards the baseline. And again, he should be underneath the three-point line. Because you want to be in the gaps defensively, one, if Plumlee comes in tries to make a drive right here. But two, when you're not with your back to the baseline and beneath the three-point line, you're susceptible to getting beat backdoor, which is exactly what's going to happen. It's going to be an easy 2 for Denver. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run this ball screen that the Nuggets are going to hedge. Now Derrick Rose is going to make a nice pocket pass through to Christian Wood. But why can't Svi Mikhailiuk cut here? Look at this. His man's going to step up and backside help. If Svi Mikhailiuk just goes with him, now Christian Wood can just catch, look at this, and go right to Svi Mikhailiuk for an easy 2. Okay, or if this defender then leaves, then Sekou Doumbouya's cuts open and he's open for an easy 2. Okay? So that's what I'd really prefer, us just getting a layup out of this. But Christian Wood should not be the one going up for this layup. You should never be taking contested layups off this. Someone else should be wide open for a layup by cutting when they're in backside help. Okay, if Svi Mikhailiuk doesn't want to cut, then Christian Wood should just catch and go right then to Svi Mikhailiuk for a wide open corner 3. No one should be taking contested shots out of this. But instead, Christian Wood is going to try again to take a contested layup. He misses, and now look at this. Now you get nothing out of this. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run a high dribble handoff that the Nuggets are going to hedge. Now, a high dribble handoff with the way the floor is spaced, you're never going to be able to hit the roll coming off this because you're rolling right into the backside help. So what needs to happen here is the man whose man is in backside help right here needs to lift along the perimeter right here. And that's where the read goes every single time. Because we're either going right here for a catch and shoot 3, okay, or when that happens, the man whose man is in backside help is going to then recover back onto the three-point line, okay? And then on the recovery right here, right, Mason Plumlee is going to go hedge. On the recovery right here, we want to make sure we seal off Mason Plumlee right here, and we go right from the lift, down low to that post seal for an easy 2. But the read for the ball handler has got to be to hit the lift there. You can see Derrick Rose doesn't try and hit the lift. He tries to throw it someplace else, and it ends up being a turnover. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run this dribble handoff. And again, you got to stop pulling your dribble back if you're this ball handler. Look at how he pulls his dribble back here. Don't do that. Look at this. Coming off this dribble handoff, you got to come tight and come hard off this Big's hip this way. Because one, it just makes this pass a lot easier. Because we got to get this pass through. Once we get this pass through, I mean, this looks like this is just going to be a dunk. But look, if you attack hard off this Big's hip and make this pass to Christian Wood, okay, if this isn't a dunk, that just means it's because either this defender stepped up in backside help, which means this player's wide open for a catch and shoot 3, okay, or this defender then stepped up in backside help, and then this player's open for a catch and shoot 3, or if he does what I prefer, cutting, and now we hit him on a cut for a dunk, okay? But you gotta come hard off this Big's hip downhill this way. Once you pull your dribble back, you allow the defense to reset, and now look, now you can't make this pass through, so now Sekou Doumbouya is going to take a bad catch and shoot, or a bad mid-range jumper, and the Pistons get nothing. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. This is easy. Here comes a cross screen right here. There's your cross screen. This player here has to jam the man coming through this cross screen so the man getting hit with the screen can meet him on the other side. But when you don't jam the man coming through on this cross screen, like the Pistons don't, that's going to happen. Dunk. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. Look at Sekou Doumbouya right here. He has got to be seeing what his man is doing defensively right here. Look at this. Look at Sekou Doumbouya's man right here. You can clearly see he's eyeing the ball right here. Sekou Doumbouya's got to see this because, look, the Pistons are going to set up in a ball screen right here, and Derrick Rose is going to refuse it and blow by his man and get into the lane. So when this player for Denver steps up and helps, Sekou Doumbouya's got to be cutting. Look at this. Derrick Rose blows by his man. Look at this. Look at Sekou Doumbouya's man. Look at Sekou Doumbouya. He should have already been cutting right now because now, look, now Derrick Rose, when he steps up, should just be able to drop this off to Sekou Doumbouya for an easy 2. Or, if this defender then goes with Sekou Doumbouya on this cut and you occupy that defender, then this player should be open here for a wide-open catch-and-shoot 3. But Sekou Doumbouya doesn't cut, and when your man steps up in backside help like this and you don't go anywhere and cut, now look, now you just force the Pistons to take a contested shot and they get nothing out of it. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here, and again, this is just the shell drill in a game. Look at this right here. The ball's right here on the wing. This player for Detroit should be a half step in easily with his back towards the baseline. So now there's no place for this player for Denver to go, okay? You're right there. You're in the gaps, and you just stunt, okay, when this player comes on this drive, and you're able to have plenty of time to recover back out to the corner. You see it all the time. The shell drill in a game. But look at this player for Detroit. He's too pressed up to the corner. Now there's a driving lane for this player for Denver. If he's another half step in, there's no driving lane. You have your back to the baseline. This player just stunts, and on the airtime of that pass, has plenty of time to recover back out to the corner. But you're not gambling. Because this player's so hugged up to the corner, now this player has to gamble. He's not in the gaps defensively. So now he's going to have to gamble on this drive, and it's going to be a reach-in foul for Detroit. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to set this ball screen. Why is Tony Snell going towards this ball screen? All you're doing is bringing your man here and clogging up Christian Wood's role right here. Okay, the Nuggets are going to hedge this ball screen right here. Look at this. But what? Tony Snell, get away from this ball screen. Get wide of this ball screen so Christian Wood has room to roll. Because once we hit Christian Wood on this pocket pass, we have numbers. Okay? And now look, now you force, if your man then steps up and backside help here, okay, if you are to the wide of this ball screen here, okay, now we can go right from Christian Wood here for a catch-and-shoot 3, okay? Or if you're in this dunker spot right here, down here, now look, now if your man steps up and backside help here, now you're wide open in the paint, and we go right from Christian Wood for a dunk. Okay, so create that numbers advantage, but we got to get this ball through to Christian Wood, and by you standing right at the nail, so close to Christian Wood's roll, it clogs up Derrick Rose's ability to hit Christian Wood, and now look, now that pass doesn't get made, and by the time it gets kicked out, it's back into one-on-one mode, and the Pistons have to reset their offense. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. Derrick Rose has got to stop pulling his dribble back. Look how he hesitates and pulls his dribble back. Right coming off this ball screen, the Nuggets are hedging, okay? So Derrick Rose has got to be attacking hard off of Plumlee's hip this way, okay? Because as long as you're attacking off Plumlee's hip, you keep him towards the basketball, and it opens up Christian Wood's roll. Okay, look at this. See, watch how Derrick Rose is going to hesitate and then ultimately pull his dribble back. As soon as you do that, see, now look, now Plumlee can recover back onto Christian Wood, and we lose that advantage. See, look at this. If Derrick Rose does what he's supposed to be doing coming off this ball screen, he's attacking hard off of Plumlee's hip this way, okay? And now that's going to keep Plumlee at the basketball, okay? And now we can hit Christian Wood. Because look, once we hit Christian Wood here, again, we have numbers. This backside defender then steps up. We hit Christian Wood, okay? Now, well, I'd really prefer Sekou Doumbouya just cut, so now we're hitting Christian Wood into a Doumbouya dunk. Or if somehow, that's not going to happen here, but somehow if this defender then sinks down on Doumbouya's cut, then we go from Christian Wood to Tony Snell for a catch-and-shoot 3. But Derrick Rose pulls his dribble back. Now the Nuggets defense is able to reset. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. And again, Tony Snell's going to be just too pressed up to the perimeter for absolutely no reason. Look at this. Why is he's a half step from the three-point line? Take another half step to a step in. Okay, so now when this player comes this way, there's no driving lane. Okay, you can stunt, and he's not splitting through. You stunt, you don't have to move. Okay, you can just stunt, and then on the air time of that pass, you see it all the time. Plenty of time to recover out to the three-point line. But it is totally senseless. 0 point to be this pressed up to the three-point line. Okay, because all you're doing is just giving up driving lanes. Look at this. Look how this player for Denver is now able to split through because Tony Snell wasn't another half step in. He's all hugged up on the three-point line for no reason, and it's going to be a layup now for Denver. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. This is just an awful gamble by Christian Wood defensively, especially when you're in the bonus, okay? So right here, Christian Wood, just stay off Mason Plumlee. If he catches it outside the nail right there, who cares? It's Mason Plumlee. But look what Christian Wood does. He's going to try and gamble here and get a steal, and again, now it's going to be a foul for the Pistons, and the Pistons are in the bonus, so it's 2 shots. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run back-to-back ball screens. Now, right here, the Nuggets are in this drop coverage right here, okay? They're going to drop this player here and fight over the top. So, one, the Pistons have all sorts of options here. Look at this right here. One, this lift is wide open. I mean, if you want it, this is a wide-open catch-and-shoot three, okay? Now, secondly, this player here on this roll has got to seal off this backside defender right into his jersey so we can go right down low to you for an easy 2, okay? I mean, that's easy right there, okay? But look at this. This player here doesn't really seal off this backside defender right here, so we really don't have a great option here. We should be able to just drop this off right here for an easy 2. So we should be able to just kick it here for a catch-and-shoot 3 or right down low for an easy 2. But what we end up getting is the worst of the 3 options, which is a contested mid-range jumper, and you get nothing out of it now. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So I don't know what the Pistons... Why is this cross screen getting set? Okay? The Nuggets are already setting up to ice this ball screen. You're fine right here. All Derrick Rose has to do is just attack this way off this Big's hip, okay? And Christian Wood, who's being defended by Nikola Jokic, just needs to stay right here, okay, and be ready to catch on this roll. This cross screen's unnecessary. Tony Snell, get to the weak side of the floor. Get your man towards the weak side of the floor. Look at this. The Pistons set a totally unnecessary cross screen right here, and Tony Snell, for some reason, is going to go towards the basketball. All you're doing is just bringing another defender here. All we need to Derrick Rose to do is just off this Big's hip, Christian Wood roll, and once we pass through that, again, now we have that numbers advantage. Okay, now we force backside help from one of these defenders, and now someone from the weak side of the floor is going to be wide open. But why is Tony Snell all the way towards this ball screen? You're just bringing a defender there and clogging things up. So now look, now we can't make that pass to Christian Wood, and it's going to end up being a kick ball, and we get nothing out of it. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So this is why, again, you have got to be seeing what your man is doing on offense, just like defense, okay? Look at this right here. Ball you man on offense, ball you man on defense. His man is going to stay on the strong side of the floor and stay in backside help right here. See, you can clearly see that. So this player for Detroit should not be going towards the weak side of the floor like he's going to that way, okay? Stay here towards the strong side of the floor, because look at this. Once this player for Denver steps up, look at this. See how he's fading towards the weak side of the floor? Now look, so Christian Wood now can't just catch and go right to you for a dunk. Okay? See, look at this. If he's staying right, you see your man is staying in backside help. Now just stay towards the strong side of the floor. Okay? Because once this pass gets made, it should just be catch, okay, right to this player cutting for a dunk. Okay, but look at this. See how he's going towards the weak side of the floor? So now look, now he's not cutting at all. Now there's nothing you can do. You should be right here. And now we're just dropping this to you for an easy dunk. Okay, or again, you take this defender with you then, if that occupies that defender and he goes with you on your cut, now we're wide open here for a catch and shoot 3 in the corner. But when you're late on your cut like this, now Christian Wood doesn't have that option to hit you, and now the Nuggets are able to reset their defense and a turnover. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. So the Nuggets are about to set back-to-back down screens or a stagger screen, okay? So right here, look at this. Christian Wood cannot be sagging off. His man Nikola Jokic is clearly setting a down screen. He has got to get attached to where this down screen is being set and show with his arms out. So this player for Denver can't curl coming off this down screen. He has to go out, okay? And it gives this player here getting hit with these down screens, time to get on the other side. But when you sag off and don't show, look at this. Now this player for Denver is able to curl, and so now this player's never going to have time to get on the other side. And look, now you got to send multiple players towards the ball. I mean, the Pistons are sending 3 players towards the basketball because they didn't show coming off that down screen. Now this player for Denver is going to take a contested layup, which he shouldn't have done. I mean, this player for Denver's wide open, and even Nikola Jokic is open for 3. So you're opening up, obviously, many different more avenues for Denver to score when you have to send 3 different players towards the basketball because you don't defend that stagger screen how you're supposed to. Now, they get lucky, but that's not good defense. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. So the Nuggets are going to run this ball screen. Now, this is a pretty easy ball screen to just hedge. I mean, if this player gets up and hedges this ball screen, you've got backside help right here on Nikola Jokic's roll. This player for Detroit can occupy both Nuggets players who are 2 passes away. Okay, and you should be fine. But the Pistons end up switching this ball screen, which, again, isn't really a problem here. But look at this. Why is Derrick Rose not fronting the post? Derrick Rose has got to get over the top of Nikola Jokic, and this backside defender's then's got to get aggressive so that they can't throw it over the top. I mean, look what happens here. Derrick Rose is just going to play Nikola Jokic one-on-one. I mean, you cannot be allowing that, or you cannot be allowing this entry to just get made right here, okay? Or if Derrick Rose wants to play from behind, then this player for Detroit has got to pinch in over the top, and then this player for Detroit has got to be occupying both Nuggets players 2 passes away, and if the ball gets skipped here, then you X out of it. Then if the ball gets skipped here, he rotates up, this player rotates there, and then the man that went to front over the top then rotates on to Paul Millsap. But, I mean, just allowing Derrick Rose to go one-on-one with Nikola Jokic, I mean, what do you think's going to happen? It's going to be an and one. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. This is why you always cut. Look at this. Look at Jamal Murray. You can see he's going to get ready to step up and backside help. This player in the corner needs to see that. And once Jamal Murray fully commits to backside help, cut. Go. Look at this. Pistons run a ball screen right here. Look at Jamal Murray. This player here for Detroit has got to be already creeping up. And then as soon as Jamal Murray steps up, bang, he's gone. Okay, look at this. Pass gets made. Look at Jamal Murray. Why is this player standing in the corner? He should be right here. So now it's just catch and right to you for an easy 2. Okay? But look, this player stands in the corner, so now the Nuggets are going to X out. They're going to rotate here, rotate there, and now look. Now the Pistons don't end up getting anything easy. It's a contested 3 from Derrick Rose, and 0 points get scored. All right, let's look at a defensive clip here, and this is what I was talking about earlier. This is great post defense right here. Look at this. Look at how this player for Detroit is keeping Nikola Jokic towards the middle part of the floor. Now your post dig comes from right here. Okay, if you let him spin this way, there's no help, there's no post dig. But if you keep him towards the middle part of the floor, you have that help. Okay, and look, Nikola Jokic middle part of the floor, Tony Snell post dig, deflection, turnover. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So Denver, this is not good defense here. Look at this. You do not face guard with this much space. So Svi Mykhailiuk has to cut. Okay? Now, Langston Galloway has his back turned to his man. He has no idea what his man doing. That's really the problem. Ball you man on offense, like on defense. If Langston Galloway is doing what he's supposed to be doing, okay? Svi Mykhailiuk's cutting right here, okay? And we're either hitting Svi Mykhailiuk on this cut, or if Jamal Murray then steps up to take out Mykhailiuk's cut, then Langston Galloway just flashes middle, and we go right there for an easy 2, okay? But you cannot allow Denver to be a lot face guarding like this, okay, and not taking advantage. Because look what ends up happening. He doesn't cut, so now look. Now Svi Mykhailiuk's going to end up allowing Gary Harris to deflect it and a turnover. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. So Tony Snell, again, so Nikola Jokic has the ball right here. Tony Snell has got to keep Jokic towards this part of the floor. If you let him go this way, there's no help. Look at this. You can see the help's coming from right here on the middle part of the floor. But Tony Snell's got to keep him to the middle of the floor. You can't let him spin this way. Okay? This player, it looks like this player is going to come on and double right here. If that's the case, then that player doubles. If the ball gets swung here, this player then rotates there. Okay? And then this player then rotates back up on an X out. Okay? Or you have the option toward this player then rotates up here, and then this player goes from doubling to taking the man in the corner. But you have to keep Jokic towards the middle part of the floor where your help is coming from, where your post dig is coming from. When you let him spin baseline, look, now you're forced to foul, and you're in the bonus, so it's a 2-shot foul for Denver. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons run a ball screen that this player for Detroit just slips. So why is Brandon Knight not just making this pass right here? I mean, again, you make that pass, now you force this backside help to have to step up. And then again, you either can go catch into the corner for catch and shoot three from Langston Galloway, or again, if you do what I would prefer, is you throw right here, Langston Galloway cuts, and you're just dropping that off for an easy dunk. But Brandon Knight isn't going to make this pass here, which I don't understand why, and he's going to end up going to the corner, and now Denver's able to rotate out, and Pistons take a contested three and get nothing. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run back-to-back ball screens right here, and the Nuggets are going to be in drop coverage. I mean, they drop the big, and then they're going to fight over the top right here. So right here, look at this Pistons player right here. He has got to just seal off this backside defender. Look at this. Just seal him off right here, and now we're just wrapping it around to you for an easy two. Okay, I mean, that's as high a percentage shot as you're going to get. But instead, this player doesn't really seal that backside defender, so now Brandon Knight's going to kick it to the corner here. And, I mean, again, this isn't a bad shot, but I'd just rather get an easy dunk and get guaranteed points. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run this ball screen right here. Look at this. Svi Mikhailuk's going to try and make a skip pass all the way to the corner. No, look at this. First of all, just attack off this big's hip this way, okay? And we're just making a pocket pass through to this player here for Detroit, okay? Because look at this. Look at right here. If you just make this pocket pass right here, okay? Now look. Now you force this backside defender to have to step up. Okay, and now you go short roll. It's just bang, then right to the corner, or again, which I would really prefer, is that you just go short roll, backside defender has to step up, and then it's to a cutter right here, because that's just an easy two. Okay, but don't make a skip pass. Okay, just make a pocket pass through right here, force this backside defender to have to step up, and now this pass is very easy to make for a catch and shoot three in the corner. But instead, Mikhailuk's going to try and make a skip pass. The ball gets deflected, and it's a turnover. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run a stagger screen that the Denver Nuggets don't defend how you're supposed to. Look at this. See how this player doesn't show Nikola Jokic? So now this player for Detroit's able to curl. Okay, so when you allow him to curl, look at this. You force this defender to step up all the way here in the gaps. Okay, Brandon Knight has got to be seeing that. You've got to see, if you're Brandon Knight, that your man is all the way here. So now he should be cutting and getting ready to go. So now we're just dropping it to you, and you're just going right into the lane. And now that's either an easy two, or you draw this defender right here to have to step up on your cut. Okay, and now you're going right to the corner for a catch and shoot three. But when you don't cut, look, you allow this defender to help, okay? And then when the ball gets kicked back to you, you end up jacking a contested 40-footer, and you get nothing. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. So this is easy. The Pistons are going to try and switch this ball screen right here. Look at this. Look how this player for Detroit switches. He's over the top. Not how you switch a ball screen. Look at this. Ball screen gets set, bang. You feel the screen immediately underneath the screener when you switch. Okay, because when you switch over the top, look at this. Now look how you're defending this player when you switch. You're over the top, so it's going to lead to a lob dunk for Denver. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here, and this is what I was talking about. Look at how great this gap defense is. Look at this. You're in the gaps defensively, back towards the baseline. There's no driving lane. This player comes through. You're able to just stunt. You don't have to move. The key is not having to move. If your body momentum takes you in first, you're never going to be able to get out. But look how this player doesn't have to move inward at all. He's just in the gaps defensively. Bang. No driving lane, easily able to recover back out, and Denver has to reset their offense. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. So the Nuggets are going to run this ball screen that the Pistons are going to hedge, but we got a problem here. Look at this player for Detroit. This big that's hedging should already be out, okay? He has got to hedge high. You have got to get to this spot here before Jamal Murray does, because if you allow Jamal Murray to turn the corner, you're in trouble, and if you're late, you're going to end up getting called for a foul, which is exactly what happens here, and it's going to be a two-shot foul for Denver because they're in the bonus. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So Langston Galloway is going to blow by his man and get into the lane. So look, this player here for Denver has to step up and backside help. This player for Detroit has got to seal off this man here for Denver, okay? Seal him right off. Look at this. Because right here, if he's doing what he's supposed to and just sealing his man off right here, we're either dropping this down low to you for an easy two, or if this defender then for Denver has to front over the top so that pass can't get made, now Svi Mikhailuk is wide open for a catch-and-shoot three. But you have to seal your man right here, or this backside defender right here, so that we have the option to throw it down to you. Your man went to step up and backside help. we should be able to just throw it down to you for an easy 2. But he doesn't seal his man, so now look, now Denver's able to rotate out, and they're going to take a contested 3, and the Pistons get 0 points out of that possession. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run this down screen that the Nuggets don't defend well. I mean, they're sending 2 guys towards Tony Snell coming off this down screen. So right here, when they flip the ball here to John Henson, Christian Wood has to be seeing this. Okay, his man is clearly about to step up and backside help. When he steps up, he has to cut because we're either going right from John Henson to you for a dunk, or your cut occupies this defender, and now Derrick Rose is wide open. We can go here for a catch-and-shoot 3. But when you don't cut, look at this. See, Christian Wood should be right here. Now we're just dropping it to you, or again, this occupies that defender, and now Derrick Rose is wide open. But when you don't cut, when your man's in backside help, you allow the defense to rotate out of it, and now the Pistons are going to have to reset their offense again. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons, look at right here. Christian Wood should just be getting the ball to Derrick Rose here, okay? And now you set up in an empty side ball screen. You can see the Nuggets are going to be in drop coverage here, okay? They're going to try and fight over the top of this screen, okay? So now you create this little mini 2-on-1 with this big dropping, and then you have Derrick Rose and Christian Wood there on the strong side of the floor. But look, the Pistons are going to try and run a dribble handoff here. Just get the ball to Derrick Rose and set up in a ball screen. See, they run this little dribble handoff, and it's rushed, and now look, now Gary Harris doesn't have to fight over the top nearly as much if they had just run a regular ball screen. So now he's able to play Derrick Rose straight up one-on-one, and you take a bad contested mid-range jump shot. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. Again, this is the issue with drop coverage. Okay, the Nuggets are going to run back-to-back ball screens, and the Pistons are in drop coverage here, okay? They try and fight over the top, and they drop the big. So, again, look at this right here. One, you're just letting Jamal Murray, look at all this space you're giving to Jamal Murray. You're letting Jamal Murray just run right into the lane. Now, he's going to miss a little layup right here, but here's the other problem. Look, when John Henson goes to contest this layup, which he has to do, there's no one to box out Nikola Jokic. So, you're giving Jamal Murray a layup, and then look, now you're giving Nikola Jokic, look at this positioning he's got for an offensive rebound. Now, it's just an easy tap-in that he misses, but, I mean, is that what you're depending on? So, again, the Nuggets spacing isn't that great here. Just hedge this second ball screen if you don't want to switch. Right here, Christian Wood can just tap right here and backside help, be the tag man here on Nikola Jokic's roll, and Jamal Murray, as soon as if he swings it this way, Christian Wood will have plenty of time to get back to the three-point line, and then Christian Wood will be able to recover back onto Nikola Jokic. But why are you just letting Jamal Murray get right into the lane, and then when John Henson has to go contest that layup, you give Nikola Jokic this very easy offensive rebound opportunity? It's just bad defense. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run this stagger screen right here. Okay, there's your stagger screen right there. When Svi Mykhailiuk comes off of this, look how the Nuggets aren't defending this how they're supposed to. Nikola Jokic is staying attached from his man John Henson, setting this down screen. Nikola Jokic needs to get attached and show so Svi Mykhailiuk can't curl, okay? Forces him to have to go out. So the Nuggets don't defend this the right way. See how Svi Mykhailiuk's able to curl? So now his man has no time to get on the other side of the screen. So right here, Derrick Rose has to be seeing this. And his man is clearly about to step up in the gap and help. When that happens, he needs to be getting ready to cut. Okay, because see, look at this. Now Svi Mykhailiuk steps up here. Derrick Rose should be getting ready to cut. And now we're just dropping it to him. And now you're in the lane. Now we have numbers, okay? Now if Jamal Murray, now you're either going into the lane for an easy 2, or if Jamal Murray steps up, now Tony Snell's wide open for a catch and shoot 3 in the corner. But this is where, look at all this space. Derrick Rose has got to take it and cut and go and create numbers. But look, he doesn't cut. Okay, so now Svi Mykhailiuk, his man, is able to get into the gap right here to clog Svi Mykhailiuk coming off that stagger screen and then recover back onto Derrick Rose. And now the Pistons are going to end up having to reset their offense when the ball gets deflected out of bounds. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run this ball screen right here, and they get a great switch, right? Christian Wood going one-on-one with Jamal Murray. They throw it down low. That forces a double team. Now look at this. John Henson does a great job of cutting and sealing off this backside defender, making sure that he's on the inside hip of this backside defender. Okay? So now when you cut right here, look at the options. It's either right to John Henson for a layup, okay? Or if this defender ends up getting on the inside hip of John Henson, great. Now we have Derrick Rose right here in the corner open for a catch-and-shoot three. That's why you always cut when you have numbers on the weak side of the floor. Okay? And you can see Christian Wood hits John Henson. Now he's going to end up missing this layup. But again, I mean, that's good offense. That's a good opportunity. You just got to make it. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here, and the Pistons are in a 2-3 zone. This is why zones are such a joke, okay? You cannot be running a zone. Look, the Nuggets are going to set a ball screen here against Derrick Rose at the top of this zone, okay? So whenever you set a ball screen against a zone, you force other spaces of the zone to have to shift over. Here, John Henson's going to shift up then from this zone once Jamal Murray comes off this ball screen. That's obviously going to leave this paint wide open, but there's really no good options here for these two baseline corner defenders, okay? I mean, if Christian Wood shifts in to take out Paul Millsap, well, then Will Barton's wide open for a catch-and-shoot three, okay? And if this corner baseline defender shifts in, well, now this corner here is wide open for a catch-and-shoot three with Gary Harris, okay? So, I mean, you're going to be giving up wide open looks no matter what. And right here, no one takes out the paint when John Henson shifts up, so it's going to be a wide open layup here for Paul Millsap. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. What is Tony Snell doing here? Look at this. Why is Tony Snell here? Get out of here. Like, the Nuggets are hedging this ball screen here. Great, okay? So we should be able to just hit John Henson with a pocket pass right here and create numbers. If this backside defender steps up, then Christian Wood's wide open. If it's this backside defender that steps up, then Svi Mykhailiuk's open. So all we got to do is just get through this hedge right here, which is available. But look at Tony Snell brings his man now over here, okay, and it clogs it up. Get out of the way from this ball screen. Get your defender out of the way so we can pass through this, and now we have that numbers advantage, and someone's going to be wide open on the weak side of the floor. I mean, the spacing, what is going on here? And now the Nuggets just rotate out of it, and the Pistons have to reset their offense now. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. So this is a big problem right here. Why does Svi Mykhailiuk have his back turned to the ball? This is not how you defend away from the ball, okay? First of all, he should be in the gaps defensively right here. I mean, if Nikola Jokic comes this way, he has no idea what's going on with the basketball. He should be able to stunt, recover. Okay? I mean, ball you man at all times. Well, what is this kind? This is not how you defend away from the ball. Now, here's the other reason why you don't defend away from the ball like this. Because you're liable to get smoked back door. Okay, look at this. This player for Denver is going to go back door, and it looks like Svi Mykhailiuk's going to ask to switch off this for God knows what reason. So if you are switching off of this, I don't know why. I mean, if Svi Mykhailiuk just does what he's supposed to do, okay, where he's got his back towards the baseline, and he's seeing ball, and he's seeing his man at all times, okay, you don't have to do this. But okay, if you are going to switch off this, this player here has got to get to this spot before this Nuggets player cutting does. Okay, I mean, this is bang, bang. And look at this. So because this Nuggets player cuts through, okay, and gets to this spot before this Pistons player does, now look, now this draws help right here, and now it's going to lead to Paul Millsap being wide open. Now he ends up missing this shot, but again, that's just bad defense. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. So look at this right here. Ball's right here, okay? This is the shell drill in a game again. Langston Galloway is way too pressed up right here. When the ball is in the corner right here, Langston Galloway should be halfway. He should be right about here, halfway between the ball and his man. Okay, so when this player comes through here, he can stunt, get that dribble picked up early, and recover back out. Look what ends up happening here. Okay, there's no gap defense whatsoever from Langston Galloway. So now look. Now when Tony Snell gets blown by here, see how Langston Galloway's not in the gap? Right here, this dribble should get picked up right now if Langston Galloway's halfway, because he's stunting and recovering back out. But now look, now this player gets into the lane, there's no gap defense, so now that forces Christian Wood to have to step up. Okay, and look, now when Christian Wood has to step up to go contest this shot now, there's no one to box out this Nuggets player, right? Because if you go help at the rim, like the Pistons do here, there's no one to help the helper down low. So now look, now when Gary Harris misses this shot, that Nuggets player is just going to get an easy tap in for two. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons run this ball screen that the Nuggets don't defend well. Okay, it's a nice pass by Tony Snell. It forces backside help right here. Okay, so right here, look at this offensive player for Detroit. You know there's a backside defender coming, okay, to help the helper on this play right here. So right here, look at this. Look at this Pistons player. He has got to get into this Nuggets player's jersey and seal him off. Make sure that you're on his inside hip so this player here can't get any deflection right here. Okay? You get right into his jersey, seal him off, and now we just throw a little lob right there. Okay? But look at how he's just standing here. He's kind of just posting up air, allowing this defender here to now get on his inside hip, and so now this pass can end up being a deflection and a turnover for Denver. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. It looks like the Pistons are again in a 2-3 zone, and this is again why zone is just awful. Okay, the Nuggets set a ball screen here. Whenever you set a ball screen, again, someone has to shift over. So this big now leaves the paint to shift up, okay, on Nikola Jokic coming off this ball screen. Okay, so now, of course, the paint is wide open. But you really don't look, if this big shifts in to take out the paint, this player's wide open here for a catch-and-shoot three. And it's same thing with this player. Then this player's open for a catch-and-shoot three. Okay, so there's really no great options, but you can't leave the paint vacant. I mean, look at this, and Jeremy Grant now is gonna just dive right into the paint wide open, and it's gonna be a dunk. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run this empty side ball screen. Look at this right here. This has got to just be a short roll. Look at this backside defender. He's standing right here. Okay, so Dante Hall's got to stop rolling right here. Okay, just stop right here. Pocket pass through. Now we got numbers. Okay, all we got to do is just get this ball through here. Okay, again, short roll. Stop rolling. Okay, because now once we get that ball through, that's going to force backside help to have to step up. Okay, and, you know, again, if the backside defender is right here. I'd really prefer if he would cut here, okay, because now we go short roll to a layup, or if that cut occupies this defender, now this player's wide open and we go for a catch-and-shoot three right here. So we create that numbers advantage, but we got to get this ball through, okay, and Dante Hall's got to stop rolling, because look, he's going to roll right into this backside help, and now we don't have the option to hit him, and now the Nuggets are able to reset their defense. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run this ball screen. So right here, look at this. Brandon Knight's going to try and make a skip pass. Don't make a skip pass. Let's get a pocket pass through, and again, we short roll. All you got to do is get this pass to Hall right here with a pocket pass, okay? Because now that's going to force this backside defender to have to step up, okay? And now you go to the corner for a catch-and-shoot three. But you got to hit Hall on a short roll here so that this backside defender has to step up. Brandon Knight's going to try and make the skip pass all the way to the corner for no reason, and it's going to end up being a turnover because of that. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run a great ball screen here. Look at this. You got two great defenders here in this ball screen. So now when the Nuggets switch this ball screen, we got a mismatch down low here. Look at this. You got Christian Wood going one-on-one with Gary Harris. And you do a great job. Look at this. Take advantage of it. Beautiful. Christian Wood easily shoots over him. Easy 2 points. So, but now look. Now you got the wrong defenders in this ball screen. Look at this. You got Jeremy Grant and Michael Porter Jr. So now when we hit Christian Wood, there's no mismatch. I mean, there's just that Michael Porter going one-on-one with Christian Wood down low is not a mismatch. Go find this guard, Monte Morris. Okay, put him in the ball screen. So now if they switch this, Christian Wood again has a huge size mismatch down low. So involve this Pistons player. It looks like it's Langston Galloway. Get him to be the ball handler in the ball screen. When you go wing to wing, Tony Snell and Christian Wood, okay, now it's wing to wing defenders. So again, this ball screen does nothing, and now you don't have a mismatch. Now Christian Wood is just going one-on-one with no mismatch. He's going to end up, look at this. Look at the difference in look, and it's nothing for Detroit. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. So you got Brandon Knight battling one-on-one down low with Jeremy Grant. That's obviously not a great matchup. So one right here, look at this. Why, if Brandon Knight is fronting the post right here, then Christian Wood's got to come over with backside help. Look, first of all, Brandon Knight's going to end up fouling him, and since the Pistons are in the bonus, it's a 2-shot foul. But right here, I mean, Brandon Knight, if he's going to front him now, okay? And Christian Wood's got to get over the top here underneath so that this pass can't get made, okay? Again, Tony Snell's going to occupy both Nuggets players here, okay? And if a skip pass is made, he's going to you occupy this opposite block with Tony Snell. If a skip pass is made here, Tony Snell just rotates up, then Christian Wood comes back here, okay? Or if this skip pass is made here, Tony Snell goes here, Christian Wood goes here, and you X out of it. Okay? But, I mean, right here, if Brandon Knight's fronting the post, look at how late, look at this. This pass can't get made. I mean, even if Brandon Knight doesn't foul him here, what's going to happen? If Christian Wood steps up and backside help, Michael Porter Jr. is going to be wide open in this dunker spot. right there, okay? Or if Tony Snell then sinks down, this pass now here is going to get made. You can't X out of something if everyone's just one pass away. So, I mean, again, there's just not good defense defending the post at all there. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. This is just awful communication again. Okay, so you got Langston Galloway defending Mason Plumlee. That's probably a mismatch that you want to avoid. Okay, but if you're trying to switch off of it, you have to communicate. Where is the communication here? Okay, look at this right here. I mean, is Langston Galloway saying switch? Is Dante Hall saying switch? If one of them's saying switch, then there can't be any debate, or I'm going to still go toward. As soon as you hear the word switch, you got to switch. Okay? Because you know that the person calling out switch is switching. So if Hall's calling switch, okay, he immediately goes to Plumlee. Langston Galloway immediately's got to go here. If Galloway is calling switch, then he immediately has to go to Jamal Murray, and Dante Hall has to immediately go there. Again, communication. But or if no one's saying switch, okay, and people are just doing this on their own, one of those two things are happening clearly, because you end up with this. Look at this. Look at how both Pistons players here go towards Plumlee. Okay, if you're not switching, then Hall's got to go towards Jamal Murray. Okay, but both Pistons players go towards Plumlee. Okay, so now look, now Hall, when this ball gets kicked out here, Hall's never going to be able to get out there in time, so you're going to get blown by with a pump fake. Okay, and now he's in the lane, that draws help. Now Plumlee's wide open and one dunk because of bad miscommunication again. We're looking at an offensive clip here, and this is why, again, you have to see what your man is doing defensively. Ball you man on offense, just like on defense. Okay? Look at Sekou Doumbouya here. Brandon Knight is going to blow by his man and get into the lane. Sekou Doumbouya has got to be seeing this, seeing the ball, seeing his man. Okay, because this is bang, bang. Watch Brandon Knight. He's going to blow by his man. Sekou Doumbouya's got to be seeing, look at his man right here. His man is ball watching here. You can clearly see he's going to have to step up and help. Okay, so it's all going to be about your reaction time to this. Look at this. If Sekou Doumbouya, like right now, you can see your man is going to step up and help. Sekou Doumbouya should already be starting cutting. See how he's still standing? That's a problem here. Okay, because look at this. If he's already starting cutting, look at this. He's going to start cutting late. See, look, his man goes to help. Sekou Doumbouya still hasn't left cutting. Okay, if he's already cutting and he's right here, now we're just dropping this off to you for a dunk. But look, because he's late to cut, okay, now look, now Mason Plumlee is able to get there ahead of him because of just being a step or two late on that cut, okay? So now this isn't a dunk. Plumlee's able to get there, and the Pistons have to kick the ball out and reset their offense. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run this ball screen. So first of all, right here, what is Langston Galloway doing? Okay, get out of the way of this ball screen, because all you're doing is click it there. You're not giving Dante Hall any room to roll. Okay, get out of the strong side of the floor. Take your man with you. Okay, because look at this. Now, when Brandon Knight snake dribbles this way, look at this right here. I mean, Brandon Knight's got to, first of all, keep his dribble alive, and when you snake it back middle, again, you got Langston Galloway just totally destroying the spacing here. He needs to get to the corner, okay, so his man gets out of the way, but this should be a snake dribble middle here, okay, and then a pocket pass to Dante Hall here, and he should be wide open, okay, but again, the spacing, Langston Galloway's got to get away to take his man out of the picture, okay, and Brandon Knight's got to hold his dribble a little bit here and open up Dante Hall's role this way, because when you snake dribble, okay, this part of the floor is going to be wide open the way the Nuggets are defending this ball screen. But again, the spacing with Langston Galloway, Brandon Knight doesn't really even look towards Dante Hall, who really wouldn't even be open anyways because of Langston Galloway. And again, the Pistons just have to totally reset their offense now. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run this ball screen. Now, again, what is Langston Galloway doing? You're just destroying the spacing on this ball screen. Look at this. The Nuggets don't hedge this ball screen that well. We should just be hitting Dante Hall through here, and now we have a numbers advantage. But Langston Galloway is just destroying the spacing on this ball screen, so now we can't do that. Okay, but look, we still have an opportunity. Because the Nuggets don't hedge this ball screen well at all, Brandon Knight's going to turn the corner on Plumlee hedging. Okay, so right here, look at this. Dante Hall's got to do a much better job of just getting into this backside defender's jersey and, again, seal him off. So now we can just drop it down low to you for an easy 2. That's the read, but you got to seal that backside defender off and make yourself available. So Brandon Knight really, Dante Hall doesn't really make himself available like he should. So now Brandon Knight's just going to kick it out to the corner here. Jeremy Grant's able to recover, and then you take a mid-range jumper, and now you get nothing. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. You can't do this. Look at this. The Nuggets are setting this ball screen right here. Watch this Pistons defender right here. He's going to start leaning towards the screen and anticipating the screen, okay? You cannot try and start fighting over the top of the screen, okay, until you actually get screened here, okay? Look at this. When this ball screen gets set, when you actually get screened, then you can start fighting over the top of the screen. Look at this Pistons player. See how he's leaning towards the screen and trying to cheat the screen and fight over the top early? So now this player for Denver is just going to refuse this screen and blow by this Pistons player and get right into the lane and have an easy 2 now because of that. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. Look at Derrick Rose here. Stop defending like this. Why is his back away from the basketball? Okay? His back should be towards the baseline, so he's seeing both. Seeing ball, seeing man. At all times, head on a swivel, can't take your eye off either for more than a second. That's how you play good defense away from the ball. You're in the gaps defensively, you're always seeing the ball, you're always seeing the man, and your man. And here's the other problem, though, with this, is look at this. When you defend like this, you're liable to get smoked back door, and that's exactly what happens. Look, now that forces help right here, okay, and if Michael Porter Jr. catches it, it's a dunk. But you're getting lucky there. That's not good defense. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. Again, the spacing. What is Langston Galloway doing standing here? Get towards either this part of the floor or get towards that part of the floor. Get to the three-point line. Look, you're standing right in the middle of the floor, and you're just clogging up Dante Hall's role. Look at this. We should be able to just hit him right here with a pocket pass, and now we create numbers. Okay, we force backside help. Somebody then becomes open. Okay, but Langston Galloway is right in the middle of the floor, clogging up this roll right here. So now what? Now you can't make this pocket pass through. Okay, you got the numbers advantage. The Nuggets are hedging this ball screen, and they're not hedging it very well, to be honest. But the spacing is so bad, so now we don't have that opportunity, and Derrick Rose can jack a contested jumper. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. So the Nuggets are going to set consecutive ball screens here. What is Dante Hall doing right here? I mean, what is the Pistons in drop coverage? Okay, then you drop and get underneath the ball after Jamal Murray comes off this ball screen, and this player has to fight over the top. Are you hedging? Well, you want to hedge high when Jamal Murray comes off the ball screen. You don't want to go early. Okay, it looks like he's anticipating, I don't know if he's anticipating hedging or what he's doing, but no ball screen's been set. There's been no ball screen set. So now you're letting Plumlee here just slip this ball screen right here, okay? And now look, now he's wide open underneath, and now you got to foul him. All right, we got another defensive clip here. This is the same thing. Look at this. The Nuggets are getting ready to set a ball screen. But again, I mean, what is Kyrie Thomas doing? Okay? You cannot start leaning and anticipating a screen and trying to cheat the screen before the screen is set. If you're trying to fight over the top of this screen, you can't start doing that until you actually get screened and this ball handler is coming off the screen. Okay, look what Kyrie Thomas is going to do. See how he's trying to cheat the screen here? Okay, and he's leaning this way. So now this player's just going to refuse this ball screen, blow by him, and get right into the lane. Look at that. Now everyone's got to collapse, and that draws help. And now Denver shoots a wide-open catch-and-shoot 3 because of that. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run this empty side ball screen that the Nuggets are going to ice. Now Derrick Rose is going to snake dribble this ball back middle here. So look at this ball screen's already been set. This player here has got to roll hard this way. When you snake it middle here, and it's an empty side ball screen, this part of the floor is going to be open, okay, to roll. Okay, so Derrick Rose has got to keep his dribble alive going this way. You're making this pass to a pretty bad perimeter shooter here, okay? And this player here's got to roll hard, okay? Make sure you get underneath this defender here for Denver. Plumlee's going to have to stay towards the ball. As long as Derrick Rose is snaking this middle, just Hall's got to roll hard, make sure he seals off this defender if he ends up switching back over the top on him, and we should have something wide open right here. But you got to roll hard. You got to make sure you seal off the man in case he ends up rotating back onto you. But this is where the read should be. This is going to be wide open right here. Okay, but Derrick Rose makes this pass early. This person's not look like a very good shooter, so you clank it and get nothing. Looking at a defensive clip here. So, one, it looks like Derrick Rose right here is going to anticipate Plumlee setting a screen. Okay? How many times do we have to see you cannot anticipate or try and cheat a screen until you actually get screened? Because how many times do we see guys just refuse the screen and blow by you? But here, Plumlee isn't even trying to set a screen. He's just in the general vicinity of Derrick Rose. And look, why is Derrick Rose flipping his hips here? Okay? He's just giving Jamal Murray the lane like this. I can only assume he's doing that because maybe he's trying to avoid a Plumlee screen. I don't know. But either way, he gets blown by because of it. Now, right here, your gap help comes from right here. This defender here just needs to jab at this, stunt at this, recover back out, get that dribble picked up early. There's nothing for this player to do right now. Jamal Murray is at the top of the key. Look how long this player is going to be just looking at the ball, okay, and not seeing his man. We looked at it all the time. You have to be seeing ball and man at all times. Head on a swivel. You cannot take your eye off either for more than a second. Okay, we've seen the Pistons take their eye off the ball for more than a second and bad things happen. Here, this player is going to take his eye off his man for more than a second. Okay, and look what happens here. I mean, this player has nothing to... Jamal Murray's all the way out here. Okay, so look, he's going to take his eye off. Look at how long he's not seeing Jeremy Grant right here. So now he's going to get smoked back door, and it's a dunk. We're looking at an offensive clip here. We got a high ball screen coming right here that the Nuggets hedge. Okay, high ball screen. You're not going to be able to hit the roll because you're rolling right into the backside help. This isn't an empty side ball screen. But now Derrick Rose is going to hit Langston Galloway on this lift here, which is fine. And this is not a bad shot here. But it's just a concept. Right here, Christian Wood should be getting right into Plumlee's jersey here. Whenever a team hedges this ball screen, Plumlee is going to go from hedging to then recovering onto his man. And on that recovery, the man rolling needs to seal in the post. Look at this right here. You're posting up air right here. Get into Plumlee's jersey and seal him off so we can try and go down low to you on a post seal there for an easy 2. Okay? Or if you force this player to have to help over the top, now you've got interesting things on a skip pass in the corner there. But you should always be sealing your man in the post on his recovery. And Christian Wood doesn't even try and do that. Now, Langston Galloway doesn't take a bad shot, but again, the big on that play should be looking to seal. Looking at a defensive clip here, and this is reason 8 million why drop coverage is such a bad ball screen defense. Look at this. The Pistons drop the big, they fight over the top. You have to have backside help here. Once this pass to the roll gets made, you're done. Because now you're giving up numbers. Now this player has to step up and help. Now there's no one to help the helper, so Plumlee's just going to drop this off for a dunk. So again, get out of this ball screen defense. Get Christian Wood up. Stop Jamal Murray's dribble out here. Okay, if this player wants to be in backside help, that's fine. This player for the Pistons occupies both Nuggets players 2 passes away. Okay, and if a skip pass is made over here, this player just rotates up and you X out. The backside help takes the man down low here. Okay, and now you're not giving up numbers because you're not allowing this pass to the roll man to get made. Once you allow this pass to the roll man to get made, you're done. You're giving up numbers and someone's going to be wide open. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons are going to run this empty side ball screen. Now look at this. What is this player for the Pistons doing? You're killing the spacing. We should be able to just hit Christian Wood on this roll right here for an easy dunk. Okay, but look at this. Now right here, look. We can't hit Christian Wood because this player's posting up. And now you're just destroying it. But now we can't hit anyone. Okay? Stay to the weak side of the floor. Keep that defender to the weak side of the floor. Okay? And now we're either hitting Christian Wood, okay, or now we got Christian Wood matched up with Jamal Murray down low. We can pull our dribble back, okay, and take advantage of that mismatch. We've seen how that works. But again, the spacing is terrible here because he's in the way. So now Derrick Rose is going to end up taking a contested mid-range jumper and you get nothing. Looking at a defensive clip here, what is this ball screen defense? Okay, the Nuggets run a ball screen. What are the Pistons doing here? If you're in drop coverage, Sekou Doumbouya's got to stay underneath the basketball, okay, until Derrick Rose is able to fight over the top and play Jamal Murray straight up one-on-one. Now, I hate drop coverage more than anything. So, I mean, if you're going to run this defense, there's absolutely no way Sekou Doumbouya is going to be able to drop, okay, and then recover back out to Jeremy Grant at the three-point line. So you're going to have to X out of this, okay? This player here is going to have to rotate up if the pass gets made here, and Doumbouya is going to have to go to the man in the baseline. But look at Sekou Doumbouya leaves, doesn't drop. He leaves before Derrick Rose is able to play Jamal Murray straight up one-on-one, and now Jamal Murray gets to the rim, and it's a two-shot foul. Now, you know what I would much rather have. Just hedge this ball screen if you don't want to switch it. Sekou Doumbouya gets up. The Nuggets' spacing is atrocious, so this player here can just be the tag man right here and backside help. If the skip pass gets made to the corner, he'll be able to recover in plenty of time, and then Doumbouya can then rotate back onto his man, okay? But you cannot run a ball screen defense where Derrick Rose gets screened and there's no one right here to do anything until he's able to get back over the top. I mean, what do you think's going to happen? It's a two-shot foul. We got an offensive clip here. So the Pistons run this ball screen. Look at the problem with the spacing, though. Get Tony Snell off the strong side of the floor. Get him to the weak side of the floor. Okay, if the Nuggets are in drop coverage, we need space to drag this big. Again, this guard's behind the play. Derrick Rose needs space to drag this big this way to give John Henson time to roll. Okay, because if John Henson has time to roll, now that forces backside help. Okay, and once backside help has to step up on John Henson's roll, okay, now we have options. Now we can hit this player in the corner off John Henson's roll, okay, or whatever. But Derrick Rose needs time to drag this big, needs space, to drag this big to give John Henson time to roll. And there's no space to drag this big because we got a defender right here in the gaps because Tony Snell is standing on the strong side of the floor. So Derrick Rose has no space to drag the big. There's no time for John Henson to roll. So now this backside defender never has to step up on John Henson's roll. So now we can't go into the corner here. And you're going to see, I mean, he's going to try and make a skip pass, but Denver's able to rotate out. So you get nothing now and have to reset your offense. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. This is very basic, okay? The Pistons are going to switch this ball screen right here, okay? Now, if you're switching this ball screen, look at this. John Henson can't be sagging right here. Look at this. Look how he's sagging off his man setting the screen. If you're switching, John Henson has to get attached to his man setting the screen so Jeremy Grant is met with a defender right on the other side. Okay, you're strong in the gaps right here with Langston Galloway. So if you're worried about getting beat, there's no driving lane here. Langston Galloway can stunt, clog that driving lane up, and recover back out. But if you're switching this ball screen, you can't be sagging off like this, like John Henson's doing. Because look at this. Look at all this space you're leaving between Jeremy Grant coming off the ball screen and John Henson. So now he's just going to walk right into an open jumper. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. So the Nuggets are going to run back-to-back ball screens here, and it looks like the Pistons are trapping here. Okay, so if you're trapping here, like look at this. This is way too nonchalant on the backside right here. Okay, this is a pretty soft trap right here, but Christian Wood has got to step up into this area here. No passes can get made one pass away, okay? This player for Detroit's going to occupy everything here. Everything here is 2 passes away, okay? So this player for Detroit's going to occupy all this space 2 passes away. But when you trap like this, as soon as this pass gets made out, as soon as you allow a pass to get made out, you're done. You're giving up numbers. So Christian Wood has got to step up here and occupy 1 pass away. If this player cuts this way, we're fine. This player here can take out 2 passes away, okay? But look at this. Look at this trap. Christian Wood's nowhere to be found. So now this pass, again, 1 pass away is easily made. So now look, now you're done. Now you're giving up numbers. John Henson's behind the play. He's not going to be able to recover off that trap. And look, now your defense is scrambling, and you give up an easy layup. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons run a down screen right here that the Nuggets don't defend well, okay? John Henson's setting a down screen. Nikola Jokic has to get attached and show, so this player can't curl. See, look at this. See how this player's able to curl? So now this player for Denver has no time to get on the other side, okay? So now, again, Brandon Knight's got to be seeing this. Okay, his man is going to step up in the gap and help here. Okay, when that happens, Brandon Knight can't be all the way out here. Cut, go. Okay, because now we drop it to you, and you're either getting in the lane for an easy 2, you're drawing help with Nikola Jokic, so now John Henson's wide open, you're drawing help right here, and now Christian Wood's open for a catch-and-shoot 3 in the corner. Okay, but look, when you stand out here, you allow this man to be in the gap, help, recover back out, okay? And now they're going to end up jacking a contested 40-footer, and you get nothing now out of it. We're looking at an offensive clip. Same thing. Pistons set a down screen. Nuggets don't defend it the right way. Nikola Jokic doesn't stay attached and show. So Tony Snell's able to curl coming off of this. This is never how defensively this should look. Okay? See how Tony Snell's here, his defender's here. That's because he was able to curl because Nikola Jokic didn't show. So Langston Galloway has to see this. Okay? His man is clearly going to have to step over in the gap and help. Look at Langston Galloway right here. Why has he not moved yet? Why hasn't he started cutting? Right here when he makes this pass, bang, he should be getting ready to go. Okay? And move. Because look at this. Look at the difference here. See how he hasn't even started cutting yet? When he makes this pass, he starts to cut right now, okay? Now he's catching it and ripping and able to go into the lane. Now you're drawing help from someplace. Either here, opening up John Henson, here, opening up this player here in the corner for a catch and shoot three, but he never starts cutting. Look at this. Look at how he hasn't even started cutting at all. So now it allows this player to help, recover back out, okay? And now look, now you're not able to rip and go into the lane and create a numbers advantage for us. Now it allows the Nuggets defense to reset, and you have to reset your... We're looking at a defensive clip here. So again, stop defending like this. Look at Brandon Knight. Look how he's got his back turned towards the ball. He's not seeing the ball, okay? You should be seeing ball and seeing man at all times. Never taking your eye off either for more than a second, okay? Head on a swivel. His back should be towards the baseline, okay? Because the other reason that's why you defend like that away from the ball is, look at this. When your back is turned like this, you're going to get smoked backdoor. Player beats him backdoor. Now look, now Christian Wood has to step up and help, and now you give up a wide open catch and shoot three in the corner. The Denver misses, but again, you're getting lucky. That's bad defense. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So this is simple. Brandon Knight's just got to be able to make this pass. Look at this. The Nuggets trap him off this ball screen. This is just an easy pocket pass, okay? Right to that man rolling. That's going to force Nikola Jokic to have to step up and backside help. John Henson cuts, seals off this backside defender right here, and you go, it's right to a short roll. Right from here, bang, to John Henson. That's an easy two. Okay, you got to make this pass, though. Brandon Knight doesn't make it, so he ends up taking a three, okay, and clanks it. Now you get nothing out of it. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. This is just all about communication again. Look at this. You can see John Henson right now is calling out a switch. Okay, he wants to take Jokic. He wants Brandon Knight to take Jamal Murray. Fine. Right now, Brandon Knight should be gone, leaving. Okay, you can't think about it. When John Henson calls out switch, you have to go because he's leaving Jamal Murray. So right now, be gone. You can't wait a second, 2 seconds. Jamal Murray's one pass away at this point. You got to go. And look at this delay. Look at that. See that delay? That's the difference between. That's the difference between Jamal Murray being able to blow by Brandon Knight on a pump fake and Jamal Murray being able to get there and play him straight up one-on-one. And again, it's just miscommunication. So it's an open three. All right, we're looking at an offensive clip here. So the Pistons run a ball screen. The Nuggets don't defend this well at all. Okay, look at this. Brandon Knight makes a nice pass to Christian Wood. Jamal Murray switches this over the top. You never switch a ball screen over the top. Okay, John Henson's got to be seeing all this. Okay, if this pass gets made to Christian Wood, his man's going to have to step up and backside help. So John Henson, in that case, has to flash hard right here. So Christian Wood can just catch. We can go right there to you for a dunk. Look at this. See how they throw it to Christian Wood? Look at this. Where's John Henson going? Dive hard to this open space so Christian Wood can just catch, and we can give it to you right now for an easy two. But because he's so nonchalant and doesn't dive hard to this open space, it allows Jamal Murray then to rotate over and take him out so Christian Wood can't make this pass to him. And look, now you don't get anything easy like you should, and then Christian Wood's just going to dribble back and take a terrible contested three, and now you get nothing out of this possession. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. More reasons why drop coverage is such a bad ball screen defensive scheme. The Pistons drop the big, they fight over the top. Look at this. You have no backside help right here. I mean, this defender really can't step up and backside help, okay, because that's just going to open up this lift, and it's going to be wide open for a catch-and-shoot three, and the passing angle's so easy because you haven't put any pressure on the ball handler. So now you're just easily allowing this bounce pass to get made, and look, now it's just right up for two, okay? How is this a ball screen defense? Look at this. Look how much easier this is if you just hedge. Okay, you don't want to switch hedge. Stop this ball handler's dribble all the way out here. Okay, this player here can be a tag man on this backside help. Now you can get aggressive on this backside help because you got 4 different arms on this player for Denver's face right here. And again, if a skip pass is made all the way here in the corner, this player will have plenty of time to recover back out to the three-point line, so you're not giving up anything open there, okay? But when you run this type of ball screen defense that just allows for an easy bounce pass made to the roll man, you're going to be giving up lots of points off of it. We're looking at a defensive clip here, and again, this is why drop coverage is such a bad ball screen defense. The Pistons drop the big, they fight over the top. Okay? So right now they're going to have backside help right here, but look at this. So there's your backside defender on that Nuggets player's roll, but this pass is so easy to make to the three-point line because there's no pressure on him whatsoever. So it's an open catch-and-shoot 3. So again, get out of this stupid ball screen defense. Okay? Get this big up. Stop this ball handler's dribble out here, okay? Now if this backside defender wants to just tag this Nuggets player's roll, okay, if a skip pass gets made out here, he'll have plenty of time to recover back out to the three-point line, or your backside defender can be here, okay, and then if a skip pass is made all the way over here, you just X out of it. This player rotates there on the airtime of that pass, and then the backside defender just takes this player right here for Denver. But again, when you run drop coverage, there's the backside help. There's no time to get out to the three-point line, and it's such an easy pass to make, and you're just getting destroyed on it. All right, we're looking at a defensive clip here. Again, the Nuggets are going to run a ball screen. Look at this. If you're switching this ball screen like the Pistons are doing, look at this space. You can't have this space between the screener and the player that's supposed to be switching. Like right here, you see a ball screen's getting set. You got to get up. So when this player comes off this ball screen, you're just ready to meet him on the other side and play him straight up one-on-one. Okay, I mean, if you're sagging off, like, there's no reason to be sagging off. You get underneath right here, so you're strong in the gaps defensively, and, I mean, but you cannot be just sagging off like this if you're switching this ball screen. You're giving up open threes.